Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of the Clueless Collector NFL picks for Friday. So I'm all right. I'm gonna be totally honest with everyone. I was at the Comedy Cellar all night last night, getting absolutely trashed. So I'm very hungover, and I apologize if my talking is not on par with the bad talking I normally do. So I got all the spreads. I got them on a sheet that doesn't have a hole in it today, and I've got them on. I got them from DraftKings for Friday. This is the Friday lines. Lines will change by Saturday, but these are the lines I'm going off. I'm going off the Friday lines on DraftKings. So let's get into it. This week I'll let you know. So last week I went caught my paper pretty good. Last week on the over and unders, I went 8-7, so I won one more than I lost. I went 8-7 on the over unders, and versus the spread, I went 7-8. So I flip flopped them. I went 7-8 against the spread. A couple of the games that I thought were absolute locks absolutely fucked me. So I'll make a lock of the week this week, and I'll do my also possibly not even close to a lock. I don't know what I'm talking about game of the week this week as well. Let's get into it. First game, Saints at Carolina. Saints are giving up 3 points. The over-under on that is 44.5. I think that the Saints are obviously going to cover, and I think that you're going to hit the over on this one. After watching the games last week, I mean, Carolina probably, what did they throw up? 19 points last week, and then Jameis Winston threw 5 touchdowns for some reason. So I think we're going to have, I think the Saints are going to run away with it. If Jameis Winston is an incredible quarterback now, I will kill myself. So I'm going to go with the Saints giving up 3, and I'm going to go with the over on the 44.5. Our next game, Bengals at Chicago. The Tigers versus the Bears. A battle of animals. Who would win in real life? Some people say a bear. Other people say Tigers. This week, I think the Bengals straight up win. The spread is the Bengals getting 2.5. Going against a bullshit-ass Andy Dalton and the Bears. The Bears are giving up 2.5. I think take the money line on the Bengals. I think the Bengals are just going to straight up win. And the over-under on this is 45.5, which is 23 points a team, basically. I don't know if we hit that. I think that might be, I think I'm going to go with the under on that. I also forgot to bring my pen over. So I'm going to take the under on the Bears and the Bengals. Next game, we have the Texans at the Cleveland Browns. The Texans are getting 13 points. I don't like to take lines that are over 2 scores. I don't like to do it now. The Texans looked good last week. They already beat my lock of the year, saying they wouldn't win a game. They looked kind of good, but Jacksonville is stinky. And the Browns are good, and they're probably going to be pissed that they ended up losing to Kansas City. I think the Browns' defense is too good. The over-under is 48. I think we take the under on the 48, and I think we take the Browns on the 13. So this is one of my this is not a lock. I don't know this is bad. This is a bad one. This could go either way. The Texans could end up covering. Next game, Rams -4 at the Indianapolis Colts. My Indianapolis Colts. And the over-under on that is 48.5. I think we hit the over. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. The Colts defense looked like absolute shit. And their offensive line looked like absolute shit. And they looked like a shitty bunch of shitballs. But that being said, we're going to take the Colts getting 4. And hopefully they win. We will see if they do. I doubt it. But they looked like a big bag of shit last week, so shitty bag of the shit award goes to the Colts for last week. Game after that, Broncos at Jacksonville. Broncos giving up 6 at Jacksonville. Tyrod Taylor looked pretty good quarterbacking for the Broncos, and the over-under on this is 45. I think we hit the over. Trevor Lawrence just put up some points. He put up some points, so But I like the Broncos giving up 6 here. I think they're going to trash the Jags. So I like the Broncos giving up 6. But I think that both teams are going to put up some points. And I think it'll be probably a fun game to watch for Broncos fans. Bills at Miami. The Bills absolutely made me suck my own dick last week. They lost to Pittsburgh in what I didn't say it was my lock of the week, but in my brain I was like, this is my lock. The Bills are going to come out and trash Pittsburgh. And they did not. They looked kind of shitty. And they're getting runner-up for shitty shitbags of the week. But they're giving up 3.5 versus Miami. The over-under on that is 47.5. This is in Miami. I'm going to take the Bills, giving up 3.5. Miami only beat the Patriots by 1 point last week, and I think the Bills are much better than the Patriots. So we have to take the Bills, and then I'm going to take the over on the 47.5. I'm taking the over. We'll see. I don't have any. The Bills didn't score very well last week, and neither did Miami. But this is a new week, so I'm hoping we get some higher scores. Next, stay in the AFC East. Patriots versus the New York Football Jets. So the Jets, for the New York Jets, the Jets are getting 6.5, which means Patriots are giving up 6 points. I think that's too many points. It's rookie quarterback Mac Jones versus rookie quarterback Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson and Corey Davis looked like they had a nice little connection, and it was nice to see that they had a good connection because I had Corey Davis sitting on my bench in fantasy. Really made me feel good. I was like, we're going to take this week. We'll let Corey Davis do, we'll see how it pans out. Should have started him, would have won. I'm taking the Jets. This is my lock of the week, actually. Taking the Jets, getting 6. I think the Jets may win. I think I might take the money line, actually, on this game. And the over-under on this is 42.5. Let's just take the over, baby. Let's hope they score some points. Because that's, 21.5 points per team? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm taking the over because it's the lowest over-under of the week. And if I'm taking the over on almost every other game, I'll take it on this too. 49ers giving up 3 points at Philadelphia. Philadelphia looked good last week against a Falcons team that we all knew was going to suck, but we never want to say that they're going to suck because they were good for 2 years. And now everyone's like, the Falcons are good. They're never good. They suck. They always suck. But we got the Niners versus the Birds. Niners giving up 3 at Philly. This is an interesting game. This is another one where I don't know. I'm going to take Philly, and I'm also thinking Philly could win that game. But with the coach of the Niners coming out and talking shit about Brandon Ayuk, that might put a little fire under his nutsack, and he might go out there and just tear him up. So Jimmy G could have a good game, but I think we'll see if Philadelphia is for real after this game. A lot of people are counting Philly out, but you never know. They could be actually good. Jalen Hurts could be a good quarterback. And like I said, I need him to be a good quarterback because it's 5 of his autographed cards, so I really need him to do well. And the over-under on this is 49. I think that both teams have the potential to score a lot of points. I don't think either defense is particularly good after we watched the Niners give up all those points to Detroit, who is not a good team. So I'm taking the over on that. Next, we have the Raiders at Pittsburgh. The Raiders coming off one of the best games, probably will be the best game of the year. That was what an incredible game that was on Monday night. The Raiders are getting 6.5. That's too many points. I think they could beat Pittsburgh. I'm taking the Raiders, getting the 6.5. The over-under on that is 47. I'm taking the under. On that. I think both defenses are kind of good. And I'm taking the under, and I hope I'm not going to, nope. I was going to do a fun little joke, but I'm not doing it. It's a bad joke. Here we go. Minnesota at Arizona. Arizona giving up 4. That's too little. Arizona's going to absolutely dick house Minnesota. Minnesota sucks. They're going to get absolutely butt fucked by Arizona. So, and then I'm taking the over. The over is 50.5 points. I'm taking the over. I'm taking Arizona giving up 4. I think Arizona absolutely trashes them. Next, we have Atlanta getting 12.5 at Tampa Bay. The over-under 51.5. Now, neither defense looked very good last week. The Tampa Bay defense didn't look very good. The Atlanta defense looked horrible. Atlanta looked horrible. 12.5 is a lot of points. And Tampa Bay didn't look that good against the Cowboys, which makes me not want to take the 12.5. I mean, I would just stay away from this game altogether, but I'm taking Tampa Bay. You got to go with TB, and of course I'm taking the over because I think if Tampa Bay wins, they're going to win by 60, and then it's just going to be 60-0. And I think if they lose, it's going to be like 40-40. They're going to hit like 80 points. So I think you take the over. I think you take Tampa Bay here, but that's a stay away game for me. Next, Dallas at the Chargers. Dallas getting 3.5. The Chargers giving up 3.5. 54.5 is the over-under. And Dallas's defense stinks. The Chargers defense is kind of good, I think. I don't really know. I kind of watched a little bit of the Washington Chargers game in and out, but because I have Herbert. I think Herbert's going to go off. He had to go against Washington's defense last week. It's a very good defense, and I think he's going to go off this week. I think Keenan Allen gets a lot of catches, and I think that they make me a very happy boy. So I'm going to take Dallas getting the 3.5, though, even though I think the Chargers are going to go off, and I'm going to take the over. But I think Dallas is going to keep it close and have a good game as well because that receiving core for Dallas is very good. So I think Dallas loses but keeps it close. I think 3.5. That half a point is what's making me pick Dallas. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans at the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks who absolutely skull-fucked the Colts last week. That game, Tennessee is getting 6.5. That's too few. Tennessee looked like absolute shit. Seattle is going to crush them. I'm taking Seattle, giving up 6.5. And the over-under on that game is 54.5. And I'm going to take the under 54.5. I think that might be a low-scoring game because I don't know if Tennessee will score. They looked horrible last week, so I don't know if they'll score. I could be wrong. I normally am. Don't take my advice. This is just for fun. Kansas City at Baltimore. A fun game. My theory is that Lamar Jackson plays poorly against quarterbacks he views as better than him. So I'm taking Kansas City because they're only giving up 3.5 points. Kansas City's only giving up 3.5. I think that's too few. I think they're going to stop Baltimore. And the over-under on that is 54.5. Taking the over, baby. I like the over. I like the over on that. Now, Monday night, we're getting into it. The Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. The Lions are getting 12. I'm taking the Lions. This is another one of my locks of the week. I'm taking the Lions getting 12. The Packers look like absolute horse shit. And the over-under on this is 48. I'm taking the over. The Packers looked terrible. The Lions kind of got it working. Goff didn't look too bad, and I think the Lions are going to win this game. So I'm thinking I might take the money line on this game. But other than that, those are the games. This week, I hope we all do well. I hope I do well. I hope you guys who are betting on the games have a great weekend as well. And I hope everybody believes in themselves and has a great weekend. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. I keep doing these. I'll keep doing them if you like and subscribe. I keep doing them anyways if you don't. But don't tell anybody that. But have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye.